10 players was asked to drop some thoughts on this whole Canelo-Kirkland fight. Good fight, by the way. Yeah, that's right. We said good fight. Because that's what the fuck we do when people request our post-fight views. We say if the fucking fight was good to us. Or a fucking boring snooze fest. Though it seems Flomos think we're being biased if we do the same exact shit for a Mayweather-Pac fight. Ironically, them only having those rules for a Mayweather fight isn't biased to them. Fucking geniuses. Well, you know he fight that way. That's what we better hear all you name-calling motherfuckers say about every fight for now on, no matter who fights or the outcome. Well, you know he fight that way. And you better only give praise to every fighter on earth. Or you're a salty fucking hater. But we'll get to that bullshit in another video. But first we wanna send a 10 players holler out to Bill the Butcher on this one. And apologies for not getting to that Quillen video, because we had some shit to say about Quillen and that whole weight bullshit. But for now the name callers can click the hater button while we speak on this good Canelo-Kirkland fight we enjoyed for free. Now this good fight we enjoyed for free pretty much went as most fans expected. Most felt Canelo would win this good fight we enjoyed for free. And fans pretty much knew this good fight we enjoyed for free would end in a knockout. Did we mention this was a good fight we enjoyed for free? Kirkland goes down in the first, 3 times altogether in this fight, and gets hurt several times before the final fainting blow in the third. We're just happy he didn't say he thought he won the fight when it was over. Now Kirkland's never had a pleasing style to us. We personally always felt he wasn't even a checkers player in the ring. Not even a tic-tac-toe fighter. Not an ounce of intelligence in the ring. His style's just... That pretty much sums it the fuck up. Yet we've gotta respect that he delivers entertaining fights. Like we've never seen Kirkland in a boring fight. Even when he's getting knocked the fuck out. And for the record. Off the record that is. We actually consider this Kirkland's first real defeat by stoppage. We just didn't feel Kirkland was hurt in the Ishida fight. Just our opinion. Though we know Flomos think fans aren't allowed to have those anymore. Yeah. Well, you know he fight that way. That's their new fucking logic. And they better stick with it. Well, you know he fight that way. Anyway. We don't know if the 3 knockdown rule was in effect in the Ishida fight. We just know he went down 3 times in the first, and Cortez went over and sat on the motherfucker's head, not allowing him to get up. Yet allowed Marquez to continue after going down 3 times. Kirkland just didn't look hurt to us. He just looked like a fighter who entered the ring cold. We always questioned that shit. Like, what if Cortez would have stopped the first Pac Marquez fight after the 3rd knockdown? We never would have seen this. Destiny's a trip. Like, we seriously feel Kirkland may possibly have continued, and even won that fight. We've seen the shit with Kirkland before. But this Canelo fight that we enjoyed for free was a totally different ball game. Kirkland was outclassed and destroyed. But he's still always been in entertaining fights. So we watch Kirkland. Because that's why fight fans watch fights. To fucking be entertained. Unless they're just gamblers. But one of the things that made Kirkland entertaining isn't Kirkland. It's the combined duo of Kirkland, and this lady right here. Because there was no N-Wolf hollering in Kirkland's corner in this fight. There was no.
Fuck that, this your destiny, nigga. You hear me?
But it wouldn't have made much difference. Other than lasting an extra round perhaps. Now Canelo, who in our view has one of the best resumes in boxing, is difficult to beat as it is. For one thing, his name's Canelo. He'll get an advantage for that alone. The next is his fighting style's easy to score because he's a sharpshooter. Not a top-level sniper like Mayweather, but when he hits a motherfucker it's crisp and clear to the judge's eyes. And it was in this fight. Kirkland has that style. Even when he connects it's not always visibly sharp. So even winning a decision would have been hard enough. But there was no need for scorecards in this one. Kirkland just lacks intelligence in the ring. Something seriously missing here. When you're hurting Kirkland, the man never steps back and resets. He never allows himself to get his bearings. Like, what the fuck kinda training was he doing in the gym? Canelo was by far the more skilled fighter in this fight. But more than physical skill, he was just smarter. You know how they always show 2 guys getting ready to fight. And one stops and points to the sky saying, "Look, what's that?" Then the fool looks up and gets sucker punched. Well, Kirkland's the kind of fighter you can do that to, and it's what Canelo did to Kirkland for the last shot in this fight. Except he did it to the body. The other problem we had with Kirkland was watching him warming up in the dressing room prior to the fight. What the fuck are these guys doing? We could only think. That motherfucker's way too slow. We're not saying a guy should exhaust himself. Warming up is warming up. But Kirkland's always moving like a slug whenever we see him. His footwork's horrible. His stance is horrible. His feet are positioned in a manner a brain-damaged fighters would be positioned. And we'd seriously have to fix that shit if we was training him in the gym. Until the guy learns how to stand, he wouldn't be entering the ring. A fighter can't even deliver shots until his stance is balanced and on point. And why the fuck isn't anyone teaching this guy how to tie his man up? Canelo's unleashing a barrage of punches, and clinching the motherfucker never enters this guy's head for 1 minute. He just lets you punch him upside the head. We got a serious problem with trainers these days. These simple things lost the man this fight, because Canelo was fucking gassed. Canelo simply outclassed Kirkland with skill and smarts. But don't get this shit twisted. Canelo Alvarez was losing steam in that fight. He just left it all in the ring and said fuck it and went for it, closing the show. He couldn't have kept that pace for more than another 2 rounds. What we're telling you is Canelo Alvarez is a fighter that can be rope-a-doped and knocked the fuck out. The good news is there's not that many active fighters in the division. He needs to concern himself with having the skill and intelligence to do it. Alvarez is no chess player in the ring. Just a highly skilled checkers player. Yeah, we know. We're hating to Canelo fans now. Anyway, he'll come in with a plan B and C. But the guy's got physical skills and smarts. And we sure the fuck can't complain about his opponent's selection. So props to Canelo and Kirkland for giving the crowd what they wanted in this good fight for free. Now at the end of this fight, Canelo was asked about Triple G, which he said he's willing to fight in the future. Which means yes, but no time soon. But from all appearances he wants none of that shit right away. Personally, we don't think it's a fight Canelo's ducking. We think it'll happen within his next 5 fights. And when it does, if Triple stays undefeated, expect that shit to be a super fight. A real super fight. Unfortunately, thanks to the boy who cried wolf super fight we just witnessed, it may not get the play it truly deserves. As for Kirkland and this devastating no-joke fucking knockout he's experienced, lots of fans constantly talk about career-ending knockout. Look. All that career-ending knockout shit's about to end with fighters. Once a fighter sees guys like Pac come back to get to the point of having a fake super fight, more start doing it, and the less mental energy they put in that shit. If Kirkland's not brain damaged, he'll be right the fuck back in the ring. It's not like he's walking around thinking deep thoughts. But this guy's damaged goods in the perception of the public's eyes. Yet he has one advantage. Whether they're smart enough to use it as a selling hook's another question. We've clearly seen that most camps aren't. But his advantage to get public attention again is this lady right here. And she needs to speak up if they get back together. Her message should be that his losses mean nothing to her and should mean nothing to the boxing world because she wasn't in his corner. And that she's a badass trainer. Now listen to this.
More action in the first round here than in 12 rounds last Saturday night.
Mayweather and Pacquiao could fight 120 rounds. They won't produce that much action against each other.
This is what you should have gave $100 to see if you want to see a fight.
Did you feel after last week's big fight that didn't produce fireworks?
Yeah, we know. They're ignorant, stupid, bias, salty haters that don't understand he fight that way. Anyway, we want to make something clear. Lots of people keep downing the Mayweather-Pac fight. Including us. Naturally, they're all ignorant, bias haters to Flomos. Because Flomos are incredible super intellectual motherfuckers who can crack quantum codes. But don't get it twisted. Because we actually didn't like them comparing these fights. Canelo already got his ass kicked by Mayweather. And Pac certainly did far better than Canelo. So they sure the fuck aren't proving Canelo's better. Which they're trying to indirectly claim. See, just because we enjoy fights and knockouts, and enjoyed this Canelo-Kirkland fight for free, doesn't mean we just want to see dumb motherfuckers doing bam bam shit in the ring every fight. We still enjoy technical skill. Fans just want to see motherfuckers go for the stoppage after lying to them, telling them they're gonna get their money's worth. This was a more entertaining fight. But we don't get trying to use Canelo to diss May and Pac. The only reason the Canelo-Mayweather fight was more exciting was because Canelo was a lot easier for Mayweather to fuck up than Pac. Now we've been busy working on some editing, graphics jobs and soundtrack shit this week. Just hired gun shit. So we never got to drop our Mayweather-Pac closure. We also been asked to speak on a few other issues concerning that fight. And we're gonna get our fucking closure video in. Concerning all you commenters and fans leaving messages calling us haters. Some have been asking us to do longer videos. So now that we're free, we'll be giving the name callers a fucking longer video. We said we'd respond to you and we will. Because we're cool like that. And yes, we'll be nice. In our opinion. Until then. Peace. We're out.